Enzo Fernandez.
Really important to say that now direct discussions are taking place between Benfica, the agents of Enzo Fernandez, and Chelsea.
Who is Enzo Fernandez? Who is this midfielder that Chelsea are reportedly close to getting at the time of recording? Let's discuss. Okay, so like I said, Fernandez or Enzo Fernandez is a midfielder who often plays as a deep lying playmaker, although he has an ability to arrive in the box late and he can score goals. We saw that for those who watch Argentina versus Mexico, the tenacity of the shot that he took. I'm sorry if I use that word, many people don't understand what I mean, but you know, the way that he struck the ball, the curl on the ball, and the ability he has to shoot is something that I personally have wanted Chelsea to have. So Enzo Fernandez, very young, and the funny thing about this is that he actually joined Benfica in the summer of 2022, this year. So he's practically going to be leaving potentially 6 months after joining, and it's going to be due to due to the additional payment that will be being made over the release clause, because that is the whole narrative around the Benfica situation, where they say they want the release clause to be met or he's staying, and Chelsea are doing a smart thing about it, and that is supposedly focusing on getting it to be over that price, so that there's, for two reasons, no issue with FFP, where they can actually pay the amount over a set period of time, and also to reduce the likelihood of it being hijacked. Now, I didn't want to go through the transfer details of it, but the whole narrative around it is that, you know, when it comes on to people who say, how good is Enzo Fernandez, I think you can say that he's one of Europe's most talented midfielders, regardless of age. And I think in terms of that, you can look at it and say that this is an absolute positive. He has currently been given a new rank as a World Cup winner, obviously winning the World Cup with Argentina in 2022 this year. So I guess in that sense, it's special to notice that. Now, before joining Benfica in the 2022 summer transfer window, he had been playing with River Plate since he was 6 years old, though he was playing football even earlier at Club La Recova. Fernandez spent 40 years working his way through the youth ranks at the club. He was moved to the first team squad in 2019, though would have to wait until 2020 for his debut. Now, he was loaned from that boyhood club River Plate to Defensa y Justicia in 2020, and it was there he broke through into senior football. The midfielder put together a string of impressive performances and returned to Marcelo Gallardo River Plate fresh for the 2021-2022 season. In that season, he established himself as one of the biggest talents in the world. So like I said, you know, excellent when you think about it. It wasn't until this loan, like I said, that, you know, this really happened for him. So I'm really happy when it comes on to looking at the profiling of what's happening, the ongoings, the process and the steps and stages that he had to go through before he was actually given the light of day, or given the recognition that for a player of his age he deserves. Now, since joining Benfica in 2022, Fernandez has thrust himself into the spotlight across the globe and has become one of the very best midfielders on the planet. A player capable of playing deep as a number 6, which we have been utilizing at Chelsea quite recently under the management of Tuchel, and now on the Potter as well, or slightly more advanced in a box-to-box number 8 role, which means that he's not only able to play as a 6 but also as an 8. Fernandez is the epitome of a modern central midfielder. He has excellent match reading intelligence, as well as sublime vision, aggression, and an eye for goal from range, which is something, like I said earlier in this video, and I've been saying if you on this channel for a while, I want us to have midfielders again where they can strike the ball, because yes, your attackers should score your goals, but if your midfielders can step in, we had Lampard, we had Essien who could score some goals as well. We had Matic who on a few occasions could score some some blundering goals and score some goals from long range. So this is a positive to have if and when Fernandez comes in. Now, obviously, because of this, like I said, he has excellent match reading intelligence. So it's not a case where he'll be more offensive than defensive. He has a perfect balance. Yes, he's young. People say that needs to develop. But if you've watched him in the World Cup that has previously ended at the time of recording, depending on when you watch this video, it could be months later. But December 20, is it December 20 or December 18? I don't remember. But whenever the date was that the World Cup ended with France versus Argentina, the situation is that he played an integral role in those games. He made passes, he made link-ups, he scored goals as well. These are positives for a midfielder that at his age, it's fantastic. And considering how long we try to tie him down for when he joins the club, it is special and important that we are able to, get him in a situation where he doesn't attract other teams, and then we're forced rather to sell him. We have to be careful, because this is a talent. For me personally, I don't think we should want to lose him. This is a player that we should be trying to keep. At just 21 years, he has already featured regularly for the Argentina senior team and obviously won. And obviously he has now become a key member and now a key person or player in the history books for Argentina. Now, obviously, in previous months, Arsenal and Tottenham were mentioned as destination previously. Then Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City were also linked with him. Liverpool have also reportedly reached a pre-agreement to sign Fernandez as they look to freshen up their midfield. Now, we know that things have gone back in terms of the Liverpool side of it. And the situation is that Chelsea stepped in, tried to find a way to break through. And so far, that's what they've done. Now, when does Enzo Fernandez contract expire, you may ask, considering the fact that he joined Benfica in 2022, this past summer. Now, currently he has a contract of 5 years, which is going to expire in 2027. But considering the fact that this could happen, release clause could be met and even more, and installments being utilized to pay, this could actually mean that he could actually leave and Benfica could get a lot of money from it as well. Now, how old is Enzo Fernandez? Like I said, Fernandez was born on the 17th of January 2001. He is 21 years old. And obviously, this is special to know. Now, his height is 5'10". So I guess in a sense you can say he's tall enough to really be as impactful in terms of aerial threats, trying to help with corners, score from corners if necessary, and defending them as well. Now, obviously, these are positives. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's special the way that Todd Bowley and company have been utilizing this method of finding ways to do this under wraps, doing it secretively and privately, making plans, being able to utilize intelligent ways of doing the finance parts of it, the financial aspects. And Enzo Fernandez is a player that if Chelsea are able to bring him in, Chelsea could say that they're on the right path to the rebuilding process. Yes, we have a long way to go. We need to develop a consistent system, consistent tactical approach, consistent players. But Enzo Fernandez would continue the rebuilding process. We've already signed David Fofana. We're close, reportedly, to Benoit Badashile. Apologies for butchering his last name. So Chelsea are doing something. And Enzo dos Santos from the Brazilian team as well. I don't want to pronounce the name. I know the name, but I don't want to pronounce it because I'm not Portuguese, so I don't want to do that. But these are positive, and I'm excited for what could come for Chelsea. And it doesn't end here. We have a long way to go. But this is the end of the video, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Close to 700 subscribers at the point of recording. Appreciate you all. See you guys next time. Peace. Have a good one, and keep the blue flag flying high.